Technically, I think I only announced two books.
Yes, that's true.
But I guess it does change the nature of City of Fallen Angels. I think a lot of people were expecting City of Fallen Angels to be a sort of coda to the first three Mortal Instruments books and wrap up what happened in them, but it actually doesn't function that way. City of Fallen Angels now really functions as the beginning of a new trilogy. It introduces new characters, introduces new introduces new positive characters. It also introduces new antagonists and sort of a new societal structure for the Clave. So I think what people can expect is the story of the Mortal Instruments was really a story of how the Shadow Hunters were saved. But this is a much more big story, and we're going to get into really literal how the world, the world will be saved or destroyed. I've met many fans. I really like my fans. They're all really sweet. I don't think any of them have ever been mean, but one person did ask if they could smell me, and that was weird.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. And then she said, I learned a lot about people from their smell, and I was like, great! Oh, book tour. Book tour is, the good part about being on book tour is meeting fans, because that, like the other percent of book tour, the 80% of book tour is being in hotels, eating room service at weird hours, and dragging your bag through airports. The tour is mega stressful, but it's worth it to meet people that have read your book. The last book that I read and fell in love with, I was on the train late for this book. It was The Book Thief by Marcus Cusack. It's a really amazing book. And I can also, let me think if I can recommend something that hasn't come out yet. I just read and blurbed a book called Matched by Ali Condi. Dystopian future world, really fun. And right now, a book I'm looking forward to, Mockingjay. Ooh, that's a good question. If I could become one of my characters for a day, well, there's no point becoming Simon because he basically is already kind of like me. So, other than the whole drinking blood thing, I don't think it'll be all that different. I think that I would be Magnus. I think that he has such a great outlook on life that I would love to be that optimistic and glittery. I mean, I'm sure there are things, I look back on it and I think I wish that I had done this differently, I wish that I had done that differently, but I try not to kick myself over the stuff that I would have liked to have changed and focus on the stuff that I can change in the future, because there's like a famous quote from Neil Gaiman who says the first thing that happens when you get your new book in the mail, your new published book, is you open it and the first thing that you will see is a typo. And it's just the way it is. You're going to notice these mistakes, and you just kind of have to move on from that and be like, I'll be more careful in the future. Let me think. The City of Glass playlist. I wrote it up such a long time ago. There's a song by Susan Enan called Bring On the Wonder. And I listened to that a bunch of times over and over when I was writing scenes about Clare and Jace, because I felt like it was really like sad, evocative song, but also kind of was also speaking about beauty and wonder of love, but also was very sad and evocative. So I don't know if she's actually done anything else. It's the only song I've been able to find by her, but her name is Susan Enan. I developed a theory about writer's block, which is that writer's block is a symptom rather than a disease. So when I get writer's block, I try to apply the house methodology of like, okay, I've got writer's block. What's causing it? Is it being caused because I've gone down the wrong direction in this narrative, and I need to back up and start again from a different place? Is it caused because I'm not happy with the protagonist that I've chosen to tell this scene from? Am I not happy because there are a million reasons why, but I've discovered if I sort of back engineer it and try to figure out what is causing the stick, that's helpful. Let me think. I believe that my father used to tell me that your work expands to fill the amount of time that you give it. So the way that I deal with deadlines is to just remember that to give myself, a really strict deadline and stick to it, because if I give myself a later deadline, then that's how long whatever it is going to take. I will always go to the end of my deadline. So the best thing that I can do for myself is give myself really strict deadlines and never vary from them. Hi, Novel Novice, it's Clare. Thank you so much for focusing this month on me and my books and the upcoming Clockwork Angel. I love you guys.